Marattiaceae is the only family of extant, living, ferns in the order Marattiales. In the Pteridophyte Phylogeny Group classification of 2016, PPG I, Marattiales is the only order in the subclass Marattiidae. The family has 6 genera and about 110 species. Many are different in appearance from other ferns, having large fronds and fleshy rootstocks. The Marattiaceae diverged from other ferns very early in their evolutionary history and are quite different from many plants familiar to people in temperate zones. Many of them have massive, fleshy rootstocks and the largest known fronds of any fern. The Marattiaceae is one of 2 groups of ferns traditionally known as eusporangiate ferns, meaning that the sporangium is formed from a group of cells as opposed to a leptosporangium in which there is a single initial cell. The large fronds characteristic of the group are most readily found in the genus Angiopteris, native to Australasia, Madagascar, and Oceania. These fronds may be up to 9 meters long in the species Angiopteris tasmaniana of Java. In Jamaica, the species Angiopteris evecta is widely naturalized and is registered as an invasive species. The plant was introduced by Captain Bligh from Tahiti as a staple food for slaves and cultivated in the Castleton Botanical Garden in 1860. From there it was able to distribute itself throughout the eastern half of the island. Marattiaceae in the strict sense is found in the neotropics in Hawaii. The genus Eupodium is also neotropical, with 3 species. It has fronds that are 2 to 5 times pinnate, distinctive stalks and angia, and odds on distal blade segments. Blade division decreases towards the apex of the frond. Plants of Eupodium usually only have 1 frond per plant per year, sometimes 2. Taxonomy is a paleotropical genus. These plants are 2 to 4 times pinnate, with fronds often comparable in size to those found in Angiopteris. Terminal segments usually have a prominent suture where they attach. The sporangia lack the labiate apertures of Marattiaceae and Eupodium, and synangia are deeply cut. The name of the genus derives from the resemblance of the synangia to pearl barley. The king fern, Taxana salicina, from New Zealand in the South Pacific and known in Maria's Paranau has been placed in this genus. Sometimes called the potato fern, this is a large fern with an edible fleshy rhizome that is used as a food source by some indigenous peoples. The East Asian genus Christensensia is named in honor of the Danish pteridologist Carl Christensen is an uncommon fern with distinctive fronds resembling a horse chestnut leaf, hence the species Christensenia esculifolia, meaning horse chestnut-leaved Christensenia. Despite the relatively diminutive size of plants in this genus, the stomata of Christensenia are the largest known in the plant kingdom. The genus Genera is endemic to the neotropics. They have bipinnate leaves with opposite pinnae, which are dimorphic, the fertile leaves much contracted, and covered below with sunken, linear synangia dehiscing via pores. In the Pteridophyte Phylogeny Group classification of 2016, PPG I, Marattiaceae is the only family in the order Marattiales, which in turn is the only order in the subclass Marattiidae. Marattiidae is one of 4 subclasses of class Polypodiopsida, ferns, to which it is related as shown in this cladogram, being a sister group to Polypodidae. In the molecular phylogenetic classification of Smith et al. In 2006, the Marattiales formed the single member of the class Marattiopsida. 4 genera were recognized. The class was lowered in rank to the subclass Marattiidae in the 2009 classification of Mark W. Chase and James L. Reveal, and subsequent systems such as Christenhuss et al. 2011. The Pteridophyte Phylogeny Group 2016 classification retains this rank. In that system, Marattiidae is monotypic and has 1 order, Marattiales, 1 family, Marattiaceae, 6 genera, and an estimated 111 species. There have long been 4 traditional extant genera, Angiopteris, Christensenia, Genera, and Marattiidae, but genetic/cladistic analysis has determined the genus Marattiaceae to be paraphyletic, and the genus has been split into 3 genera, the 2 new ones being Eupodium and Taxana. Christenhuss and Chase placed Genera in subfamily Danioideae and the remaining genera in subfamily Marattiidae, but this subfamilial classification was not taken up by PPG I. This fern group has a long fossil history with many extinct taxa, Ceronius, Casterotheca, Scolecopterus, Eoangiopteris, Casimia, Marantoidea, Danioites, Marattiopsis, etc. 6 genera are accepted in the PPG I classification. Angiopteris Hothm, Christensenia maxon, Genera sm, Eupodium J.sm, Marattiaceae SW. To Murdoch, several other genera have been named in the Marattiaceae, namely, Archangiopteris, Clementia, Macroglossum, Protangiopteris, Protomarattia, and Silodokia. These are currently treated as synonyms of Angiopteris.